இளைஞர் எழுச்சியின் உதயத்திற்கு வித்திட்ட எங்கள் அமைச்சர் திரு உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் வாழிய பல்லாண்டு வாழ்த்துக்களுடன் KN அருணேரு திருச்சி மாவட்ட திமுக.
ரஷ்மிகா, அது எப்படி ரஷ்மிகா எல்லா இடத்துலயும் வந்து டாப் மூவிஸ் டாப் ஹீரோஸ்னா நீங்க இருக்கீங்களே, அந்த சீக்ரெட் என்னன்னு நிறைய பேர் கேக்குறாங்க. வாட்ஸ் தி சீக்ரெட் பிஹைண்ட் தட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்?
சீக்ரெட் எதுவுமே கிடையாதுங்க. ஆனால் வணக்கம்ங்க, எல்லோரும் நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? ரொம்ப டைம் ஆயிடுச்சு வந்து, ஸோ ரொம்ப எக்ஸைட்டடாக இருக்கேன். ஓகே, எல்லோரும் சாப்பிட்டு எல்லோரும் ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கீங்கன்னா பேச முடியும்.
ஸோ இந்த சீக்ரெட்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை, இதுதான்
எதுவுமே இல்லைங்க. ஜஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டோரி கேட்பேன். ஸ்டோரி கேட்டுட்டு டைரக்டர் டீம் ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணுவேன். ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு கையில் எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் அது ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட்டு, அது ஒரு சாய்ஸு, அது ஒரு டிசிஷன் பண்ணது. ஒரு
ஓகே, அவ எவ்வளோ பப்ளியா எல்லாம் நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ இந்த இன்டென்சிட்டி எந்த அளவுக்கு சேலஞ்சிங்காக இருந்தது?
என்னாச்சுன்னா ஒரு சாரி
கேமரா
சாரி பார்க்குறேன் சுவாமி. ஓகே, என்னாச்சுன்னா ஒரு பெரிய இன்டென்ஸ் சீனில் வந்து த மோஸ்ட் இன்டென்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் எடுத்து வந்து ட்ரெய்லர்ல வச்சிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அது பார்த்துட்டு சடனா ஓகே வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங்னு யூ ஸ்டார்ட் திங்கிங் லைக் தட். பட் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் த ட்ரெய்லர் ஹேஸ் டு சே அ ஸ்டோரி ஆன் இட் செல்ஃப். ஸோ அதுக்கு தான் லைக் த எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்ஸ் ஆர் சீமிங் ஸோ இன்டென்ஸ், பட் இட் ஆல்சோ like when you watch the movie you understand it better. So I'm waiting for the movie to release and நீங்க பார்த்துட்டு நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
தமிழ், தெலுங்கு, ஹிந்தி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எப்படி இருக்கு உங்களோட ஒர்க் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்? அனிமல்ல என்ன ரோல் ப்ளே பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க?
தமிழ், தெலுங்கு, ஹிந்தி, கன்னடா இண்டஸ்ட்ரி what do I say? எல்லா இண்டஸ்ட்ரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டீம்ஸோடு வேலை பண்ணிட்டப்போ டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இருக்கு மேம். ஆனால் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியோட டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் எதுவுமே பார்க்கல. ஃபிலிமில் வந்து கீதாஞ்சலி கேரக்டர் வந்து ஐ திங்க் கீதாஞ்சலி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்ஸ் த ஹீரோ better than anyone else, better than his mother, his father, his cousins, better than anyone else. Geetanjali understands the hero and she is grown up with him and she's married to him and she has the children. He's the father of her children. So I think like she is one grounding factor in his life, but also for a Geetanjali character nothing else matters in her life more than her husband. So I think that is the beauty in the film. See, again, all these emotions, you can't speak about these emotions, you should just watch it. So probably after the release I'll have better things to say and more things to say. And I think the only thing I can say is this is the most intense character that I have played in my life as an actor, and it's the most real character without any sugarcoating or without any sort of filter. This is the most raw character that I've played in my life. So I'm very excited to get more roles like this.
நீங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ மல்டி லாங்குவேஜ் எல்லாம் பண்ணுறீங்க, சவுத் இந்தியன் ஹீரோஸோட நடிக்கிறப்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்களா? இந்த மாதிரி நார்த் இந்தியன் ஹீரோவோட நடிக்கிறப்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்களா? அதை மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க. அது
ஏதோ ஒரு கொஸ்டின் சார். எனக்கு ஹீரோ சார், எனக்கு ஸ்கிரிப்டு ரொம்ப முக்கியம் சார். ஸ்கிரிப்டு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். டைரக்டர் சார் விஷன் என்னன்னா அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ acting with such big stars is such an honor for a person like me, because I've literally come from Coorg and I didn't think I would be an actor, and today I am sitting in the same stage as such great people. So I am feeling super honored and I'm really grateful for what has life offered me. So for me, I feel like every opportunity that I get, I feel like I'm blessed. So I'm just having fun. I'm just praying God and thanking God. I'm being super grateful because of all the love that I receive in every language or every state that I go to. So I'm just grateful, sir. எனக்கு yeah, there's no like, okay, different heroes or different directors. It's not that.
ஓகேங்களா?
Very good. Namaste. Good afternoon. Vanakkam. It's really a pleasure to be back in Chennai. Um, I firstly want to congratulate you guys for an amazing year again in the Indian film industry. I think 3 of my favorite films made in India in the last 1.5 years has been from the Tamil film industry, that being Jailer, Leo and Vikram. So congratulations on that. Like Sir had mentioned that, you know, Sandeep and the entire team has worked really hard in the dubbing of this film to make it seem like a film that the Tamil speaking audience will really enjoy. तो वो रीमेक की नौबत नहीं होगी, that you don't have to make a remake of this film. See this film as an original, and very excited to be here and to present our film Animal, releasing on 1st of December.
Okay, and you have your own style of working, as Rash was telling in another promotion video, that you ask the actor also whether it's okay to rehearse or you directly act. So in that way, this movie is so intense. So do you have that switch on and off button? Like, because do you carry the emotional thing which you've acted to home, or you easily switch off? How was that?
No, you have to switch off. That's your skill as an actor, being a professional. If you ask
Can
this,
you face the camera,
if
sir?
you ask this question to Bobby sir, he's still playing the antagonist, the villain. If he went home like that, his family would throw him out. You know, so you have to really know where to draw the line. But like I've been mentioning it in a lot of my interviews now, is that when I was starting this film, I became a father at the same time. So it was quite strange to go and play this part and then go home to my beautiful daughter. But I could really differentiate between both the experiences between real life and real life.
Cool.
Yeah, this is about, you said earlier, I've not done a complex role like this earlier. And what was the preparation you did for this role?
I think, ma'am, what I usually do, every actor has their own process. My process has always been that I spend a lot of time with the director, and thankfully in this case, the director is also the writer. So I think first and foremost, it's very important that I understand the meaning of what he's writing, what is his idea behind the scene, behind the story, behind these characters. So once you start understanding that, it's really like a love story between you and your director. You know, you have to fall in love with each other so you can really trust each other and you can really do something magical. Yes, it's the most complex character, and not just for me. I think for every actor who's been on part of this journey, every character is so complex because Sandeep has worked so hard on writing the characters in such a real way. You know, why you like films like his films like Arjun Reddy and Kabir Singh is because he shows you something which is very real, but he does it in a very cinematic, filmy way. So everybody can relate to it. The youth can especially relate to certain characters and their dynamics.
Hello? I Ranbir, this is Bharat from...
Sorry, I just want to finish the...
yeah.
So yeah, it's a complex film. Every character is very complex, and I think that's what the audiences really enjoy, is to see every character go through a certain graph, you know, a beginning, middle, and end, and that will be very exciting for the viewers.
What is the gamble in going for this dad-son relationship?
I think to answer your first question, I think the conviction came from the director. I think Sandeep Reddy Vanga is somebody who is very original. He's one of the most original filmmakers I've met, because whatever he was narrating to me, us on set, we never had any reference to it. Usually, you know, when you're making a movie, somebody gives you a scene, okay, this is the emotion. You think, acha, in this film, this had happened. You think of a South Indian film, a Hindi film, a Hollywood film. But in this film, whatever he was narrating, everything seemed so original that we all were very inspired to, you know, do something very original. So all the credit goes to the director, Sandeep. And to answer your second question, yes, you are right. You know, especially in Hindi movies, we really tap into the mother-son relationship a lot. You know, even if we've seen films like, say, a KGF, you know, which has the mother-son emotion. But I think this father-son emotion was something which inspired Sandeep to write this story. He told me, the first time I met him, I asked him, I said, why did you think of this story and how did you think of this story? He's saying, I thought of the story starting with only one thin line, is that where would the obsession a son has for his father, where would it drive him to? What would it drive him to? To what kind of extremes? What would he do to protect his loved ones? Where would he go in his mind, in his actions? And I think that was a very interesting take on a father-son relationship, the obsession between father and son. So that was very exciting to be a part of.
Ranbir, congrats to Animal. Say few words about our Tamil audience.
Well, the films and the culture that the Tamil audiences has been having over the years, we've seen videos of how you all celebrate cinema, how you all celebrate music, how you all celebrate your heroes and your heroines and everything. And I think that's very inspiring to watch, as an actor, somebody who aspires for that. When you see Rajni sir's entry, or when you see Telepathy Vijay sirs, or all the great stars, Kamal Hassan sir, Ajit sir, you see that, their audience and their fans, they support them so much, they love them so much, they love the culture of cinema and movies so much. And I think that's very inspiring. And I think everywhere in the world, I think the Tamil root, the audience is a very strong base out here, and that's very nice.
ஒன் கொஸ்டின், அதாவது அப்பா பையன் சென்டிமெண்ட், அதாவது ஃபாதர் சன் சென்டிமெண்ட். ஆனால் நேம் டைட்டில் வந்து அனிமல். இது எந்த வகையான அனிமல், ஏன் அனிமல்ன்ற பேர்? மேடம் ப்ளீஸ் டிரான்ஸ்லேட். What kind of one animal?
It's a dad-son sentiment, but why animal?
Because I think you're seeing this film through the perspective of this character, which is the character I play, and other characters which I can't speak about. You should, once you see the film, you'll understand. But I think the reason why Sandeep Reddy Vanga called this film Animal is that animals behave out of instinct. They don't behave out of thought. So this character that I'm playing, he behaves out of instinct to protect his family. He's not thinking, he's behaving out of instinct, he's impulsive. I think that's where the title Animal came, and once you see the film, you'll realize, this film suits this title,
We see you operating the weapon in the screen. I think you would have required some amount of effort to kind of, operate it, because ideally a weapon like a machine gun is difficult to handle, and something that heavy would have required quite a bit of effort. Could you tell us a little more about how you made that effort?
Well, I remember the first time Suresh Anna showed us the bike and the gun, which was this what would you call it? A gun bike, sir? A bike gun? A war machine. We were like shocked. How did he imagine this? It was amazing, and he did it from scratch. It's such an original piece. It was a great idea that Sandeep and Suresh Anna had, and I think when you're acting for movies, you're not really shooting the gun. So you have to pretend, and you have to have the imagination that if you're operating a machine which is so heavy and large, what would that do to your body? What would that do to your ears? Because you're shooting for hours. So that I really had to imagine that, because of course the bullets are coming in CG. It's not in real. That's the magic of the movies. But I think just the idea was so fascinating. The creation was so amazing that I just feel lucky, that I have an image like that.
After the COVID, we will create more pan-Indian movies. Do you think pan-Indian movies is our future? There is no like Bollywood or Kollywood, no separation. It will create only movie, it called only Indian movie, like that.
Of course, I think it's such a healthy trend that is starting, because this is Indian cinema. We all are, people from India, and we are making cinema for each other. Of course, we have so many different languages, so many different cultures, but a good story will break every language barrier. We've seen that with Bahubali, we've seen that with KGF, we've seen that with Robot. We've seen that with so many films, and say even a film like Jawan, which released right now, which did so well in the South market. So I think a good story will appeal to a larger audience. We as filmmakers, as actors, we just have to choose the right subjects. And we hope that, we are all part of entertainment. We want to entertain as many people as possible. So with Animal, I hope that we are releasing it in, so many languages. The director and the team have really worked hard in presenting it in a very authentic way in those languages. And I hope that it reaches to as many audiences as possible.
இளைஞர் எழுச்சியின் உதயத்திற்கு வித்திட்டு நம் நாட்டிற்கே திராவிட மாடலை எடுத்துரைத்த எங்கள் அமைச்சர் திரு உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் வாழிய பல்லாண்டு வாழ்த்துக்களுடன் KN அருண் நேரு, திருச்சி மாவட்ட திமுக.